here we are in the shed in South Shields in my back garden, and 8 episodes in. Who would have believed it, with the legend, the icon, Grandma Hilda. You all right?
Fine.
Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
It does.
It's going very fast.
It does. Time does go faster when you're older.
Do you think?
My mother used to tell me that, and I used to go, but it's true.
Really? Do you think this year's gone fast? Your
Very,
90th year?
very fast.
Yeah, you're 90 now, aren't you? How does that feel?
Same as yesterday.
Well, you've been 90 a few weeks,
Just
to be
a
fair.
number. Just a number.
Age is just a number. It's how you feel, isn't it?
That's right.
So how have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, I've been to drama this week.
Uh-huh.
And I went to a coffee. I went to a coffee morning.
Right.
And I won a prize.
You've won a prize?
Yes.
Ooh.
Of a watch.
A watch? My days.
Whereas it's a gentleman's watch. I thought I'd give it to you as a present.
Oh, is it a Rolex?
I understand it's a Rolex.
A Rolex? I mean, I don't... Yeah, it's very light. So, and it's got Geneva written on it, so I don't think it's a Rolex. But thank you very much. Is that for me?
How do you know?
I think you can tell.
Well, I can't.
I mean, it looks lovely, but it's very light. I think a Rolex would be heavy, wouldn't it? Have you ever had a Rolex?
Don't be silly. Rolex.
Thank you very much. I will wear that with great pride. Well, more importantly, would you like a little whiskey?
Yes, please.
As usual. You do like a little whiskey to kick off proceedings, don't you?
Yeah.
Tell us when.
Well,
There you
just
go.
a little bit.
I'll leave it there for you so you can enjoy at your leisure. So you said drama's back.
Yes.
So you're back from your summer break.
We're back from the
It's quite
summer
a
break.
long break, actually.
Yes. Well, all the grandmothers have to mind their grandchildren.
Very true. Very
They're
true.
all old, you know.
Well, who's the oldest in drama?
Me.
Are you joking?
No. I'm the oldest.
So how long have you been doing it now?
Oh, long time.
Well, you started it though, didn't you?
With Doris, yes.
Uh-huh.
And then Margaret started writing plays.
Yes.
Pantomime. She sent the pantomime up.
Yes.
And we all did a pantomime every year for the U3. And our family one, all you used to come.
We used to come, didn't we? That was
and
actually...
saw their grandmothers on the stage. But the play we're reading this week is a play, and I don't think I got a part.
Oh my God, you've been cut.
Terrible, isn't it?
That's,
I'll have to find another job.
that's showbiz.
Well, you know all about that, Joe.
What, being cut? So, and what's the update on? We haven't had a Biddy and Arthur update. What's the latest on that?
Well, that's been videoed,
Has it?
and you can get a video for £1.
A video, what, you like DVD?
DVD.
£1, wow. Really, I can imagine sales of the DVD are going to skyrocket after this
definitely.
podcast.
I might be able to buy a villa in France.
Can we have a signed one from you, please?
Oh, definitely. I'll get you one.
So what else have you been doing? What's been going on this week?
Well, I've had family up.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot, really.
No?
No.
You've been to Costco. I took you to Costco.
Oh, yes. I didn't buy anything.
I know. Well, you were going to get some cakes, weren't you? But you
And
said you
I
didn't like them.
decided not to.
So did you have it? What did you do? I was actually doing some work, so I dropped Grandma off at Costco for a little day trip with
That's
our
right.
relatives, and I didn't get the. Well, I do love Costco. It's like my favourite place in the world. So I didn't get any of the food. I'm gutted, and you didn't get any cakes.
I didn't.
And then we went out for lunch.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you've been doing?
No.
Just
not
chilling.
Really.
Just chilling? Oh well. It's nice to be back, and you know, on the previous episode, you said you were glad you were born when you were, but what would you change about the world now, if you could change one thing?
You couldn't just say that, Joe. There's so much you would have to change.
Well, yeah, I mean that is true, but
One thing.
yes,
I couldn't dream of thinking of one thing.
One thing must be first thing that came to your mind.
I would like to be starting again and let you come in my world
What?
with me.
At the same time.
And have the same time, and you'd think, my God, what a life.
It hasn't been that bad, has it?
Mine hasn't, but you wouldn't enjoy my life.
Do you not think?
No.
What do you think? Well, do you think I've had a?
Well, it was a different.
Do you think I've had a bit more of a glamorous life?
Well, yes, you've been well looked after.
Very true. That is very true. Right, we're going to talk about something, and it pains me to say this word because this word gives me what this word is. So we're going to talk about ICKs.
ICKs?
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Right, so like I hate this word, and this word actually gives. So if I was going to say, like, oh, that gives me the ick, like it makes you feel sick, it puts you off, right? But I hate that word. Like the word ick gives me the ick.
This is the first time I've heard it.
I know, well, that's why we're going to talk about it.
I've just, where are you getting all these words from? That's one thing I would change.
What, the dialect? The
All
dialogue?
these abbreviations and new words. I don't know what they're doing with the dictionary now.
So so it's like something that annoys you, basically. You know, like say if something small, like stacking the dishwasher the right way and somebody's put all the plates the wrong way, you know, because I do stack the dishwasher a lot, don't I?
When you stack it, you generally leave them on the bench.
Or like squeezing the toothpaste from the top, but people have like dating icks. So, you know, they'll be dating somebody or they'll be going out with someone and they'll be having a lovely time and then they'll do something and they'll go, oh, it's put us off, it's give us the ick. I hate that word. It's actually making us feel sick saying it. Joe, have you got any icks?
Have I got any?
Yeah, just in general.
Well, I don't know.
Anything that makes you think, oh, God.
They get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just say that?
Okay, well, you could say that.
There's a lot of people get on my nerves. And I probably get on their nerves. So I'm not saying anything.
Would you like to list anyone that gets on your nerves? Anyone famous that gives you the ick?
Not really.
No? That's just telling lies. She just doesn't want to say it on the podcast because I know there's
I
loads of
wouldn't
people.
upset the person. I wouldn't upset the person.
What about Simon Cowell?
Well, he didn't get on my nerves.
Does he not?
No.
No, I thought he might have.
He was just doing his job. He's a businessman, a good one at that.
Very true. Very true. Well, have you got an ick about me? Something? Do I do anything that gives you the ick?
Oh, I would have to. Have you ever read War and Peace?
No. I know what gives you the ick with me is that
You never know where anything is.
And what else? Where you see whenever grandma's from years ago, from family holidays and up to now, if we ever have to share accommodation or anything on family holidays,
You use my towel.
Grandma has a very specific towel on
do.
holiday that nobody's allowed to touch, even though they're all the same in a hotel and they change them every day. But Grandma guards hers with her life.
Yes, because you soaking yours wet and lie it on the bed and leave it there. Then he takes my dry towel. So when I go in the hotel, I make sure my towel's out of his hands.
She actually hides them. She
I
hides
do.
the towels.
I do.
And also the other thing that I was going to say that I thought you would say was an ick was the fact that I just drop everything everywhere. There's like a trail of clothes.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I know. I do that.
Oh, good.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm just a walking ick, basically, in Grandma Hilda's eyes.
That's why you don't like the word.
Maybe. Well, because I am an ick.
Mind, I don't like the word either.
Yeah, it's not a very nice word, is it?
Horrible.
So we're going to flip things around this week. So I've obviously been asking Grandma like questions and stuff about her growing up, but you have decided you want to ask me some questions,
Yeah.
haven't you? So do you want to hit us with some of your
Yes,
questions?
I've wrote them down.
Have you? All right, come on then. What, in case you forget?
Well, I will forget.
Right, what would you like to ask me? Big burning questions.
What was the best moment of your life?
Of my life?
Up to now.
Oh, that's quite hard to pinpoint, actually. I mean, personally, probably just like growing up in our family, like going on family holidays. We've had like amazing memories of all being together. And I think I'm very, very lucky that we are really close and
But you
spend
haven't got one best moment.
God, just a pressing interviewer. um, one best moment, I'd say like going to Disney, being in Disney with everyone when we used to go in them villas. That's like, I think if I think back to a childhood memory, that was some of the best moments.
Right.
And professionally, maybe, I don't know. I've had loads of different things that are great. Like loads of different moments along my career. I've doing touring and releasing albums. I've got loads of different things along the way, so that's quite hard to pinpoint. What do you think's the best professional moment, in your opinion? Dare I ask?
Well, I think what you said, right? Yeah, you have had real along the road. You've always did what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you've always been happy.
And did it in my own little way, I suppose.
Yes.
Right. What's your next
The
question?
next one is, where would you be if you had not followed your dream?
Oh, I would have liked to have been a paramedic, I think, and I would have probably have worked either something to do with medicine, like in a hospital, or definitely like a paramedic. I think I would have loved to have done that, or maybe a cabin crew. I think I would have been a good air hostess.
Would you?
Yeah, do you?
I don't know. You're always breaking glasses.
Too clumsy. Any more?
What's your biggest regret?
Swearing in front of you.
Well, when you say sorry, Grandma, you don't mean it as you wouldn't do it again. So
I know. I know.
that's your biggest regret.
I don't swear a lot though, do I?
I couldn't tell you. You swear when I hear you. You don't when me and you were together, but I hear you swear.
You're not allowed to swear in front of Grandma. It's like the cardinal sin, isn't it? You don't like swearing.
So have you got any other regrets?
Any other regrets? I maybe wouldn't have signed the first contract. That got us into a lot of trouble, but I got over it quite quickly. Take from that what you will.
We will. What's your best quality?
My best quality? I think I'm a people person. I love being around people. I'm very sociable, and I think I'm pretty friendly. What do you think my best quality is?
What you've just said.
Oh, right.
What's your worst?
Me worst? Well, I'll let you answer that. What do you think my worst quality is?
You never know where anything is.
Yeah.
That's why I call you Where's Me? Where's me hat? Where's me coat? Where's me shoes?
That is.
So I call him Where's Me?
My worst quality, I think I'm very, very messy. I'm very organised in my work and what I do, and like I plan everything like that. But outside of work, I'm very, very chaotically messy, and I wish I could be tidy. But I go into a room and it literally in seconds looks like there's been a tornado gone through the room. There's just stuff everywhere. And I can't fold clothes up. I leave them. So yeah, very messy and not very domestic. I'm domestically not great. In the house, I mean. I am clean. Have you got anything else
What's
you want?
your ideal date?
What, with a man?
Yes.
Well, it depends, because I would like to go out for a lovely meal, but then I kind of also think a good date is like activity dates, where like something outdoors or swimming or like fitness, because then you kind of, it takes the edge off just sitting opposite somebody, like kind of forcing a conversation. So maybe like an activity, going like, you know, I don't know, climbing or swimming, or maybe going for a run. I've never been on a date on a run, but I think that would be quite, if somebody enjoyed running, just going along chatting and you're doing something that you both like.
That's how you can't get a second date.
This is the
You
running
keep
theme.
telling me that.
This is the running theme of this podcast.
Well, you keep telling me that.
I
so
know. Have you got anything else you ask?
One more
Oh, one
question.
more.
I
Just got a
want to
few.
ask you. What life lesson have you I can't read my own writing.
Let me see.
Mind I can't. What life lesson have you
Learned the hard way.
learned
The hard way.
One or two, or
I think sometimes maybe a little too trusting of people. You know, in work, and always thinking that people have your best interests at heart, and sometimes people are quite the opposite. And I've learned the hard way when I've done things like that, where, you know, but I think that's also a very important lesson to learn in my world of work and in life. Sometimes you've got to be burnt a little bit, haven't you, to learn
yeah,
what to not do in the future. Do you think?
yeah,
Do you think that's a good answer?
yeah.
Right, well, we're flipping it back on you now because it's time for Help Me, Hilda. So obviously we're being given Grandma dilemmas. Well, you guys have been given her dilemmas. And it's been so lovely to hear the reactions of what people have been sending in. So thank you if you've been sending in stuff to us. We do really appreciate it. So please do continue. You know, you can send them on Instagram. Even when the podcast ends, you can still send them. And we'll try and get Grandma's opinions because people do love your wisdom. You're a wise woman.
I doubt it. As I wouldn't be sitting in a little shed.
With me. Right. My daughter's new partner is the same age as my husband, in brackets, her father. My daughter has been single for a long time and she's finally announced she's met someone and she's pregnant. She's 37 and he is 64, the same age as my husband and her dad. She's really happy, but I'm worried about the age gap. I know I should be happy that she's with someone, but I'm worried she may have to look after a child and a husband. I'm trying hard to accept the situation, but I can't help but feel uncomfortable around him. What should I do? P.S. I'm loving the podcast. You are both so funny. Thank you very much. What should you do?
Well, the only thing I would say is you can't sit and worry about things like that. If everything's going along and she's happy and he's happy, that's all that matters, because a mother doesn't know who's going to be there and who's not going to be there. It might be a husband who's left.
True.
Looking after the child.
You never know what's around the
and
corner,
you
do you?
don't know what's round the corner.
Yeah.
And I would advise a mother just to get on with her life, because life's too short to be worrying about that.
Amen.
Amen.
No, I think age gaps are, you know, I know loads of people who are in relationships and big age gaps, and they've worked, some have worked, some haven't. I think it's totally individual to the person, isn't it, in the couple. And you, like you said, you know, an age gap, and you never know what's around the corner. You never know what life's going to throw at you.
So you'll not be worried if I'm telling you I'm getting married next week.
I mean, there's going to be quite a short age gap for you now, I think.
True.
You've probably only got a
I've
10-year
left it
window
too late.
if you're lucky.
I've left it too late. Well, that's my advice. I hope they're both happy, and that's all you have to worry about.
There you go. You heard it here first. Right, next one. I'm playing second fiddle to everything my partner does. We are just best friends living together. I've been with my partner for 9 years, but in the last few years, the dynamic of our relationship has changed. We barely spend quality time together. He has hobbies and interests, and they always come first. He's always tired, and I feel lonely. When I mention it, we always end up arguing. I feel like we are living separate lives. Help me, Hilda. What should I do?
Well, you are living separate lives, aren't you?
Well, so she says, yeah.
Yeah. So you've got to make your mind up what you want and do it.
What, like, maybe she might have to walk away?
You might have to.
Well, it sounds like he doesn't want to sort it out. If they're arguing and trying to sort things out. So,
Yeah, I think I would call that one a day.
really? She's cutthroat now, you see.
Yeah.
The first
Well, you
episode.
haven't got much time, you know. I'm keep telling you, life just flies along.
But that is true. So what? She should just cut it loose.
I would.
Okay. Sorry. But I think that's it.
Well, you said I never said I was wise. You said.
True.
I'm just telling you what I think, which could be the worst advice you could take. But I'm sure she's obviously, with the way she's writing that, she already knows the answer.
Very true. Right. It's time for my favourite part of the week. It's Word of the Week.
Oh,
So every week we've been giving you, words. We've kind of clued you up on the new dictionary, I think. We've had brat coded, shuggeth. Remember shuggeth?
I've forgotten them now.
You and Betty said you were going to use shuggeth. Did you use it anyway?
I'll ask Betty tomorrow.
Yes, please do. Right, so the word everybody's using at the minute, and it's kind of been a trending thing on TikTok and a few other places, is demure. So I would say, if I was describing myself, I'd say I'm very talkative, very ridiculous, very demure.
No.
No?
Demure means you're shy and quiet. And
So are you quite mindful and very mindful, very
is
demure?
that what you think demure means?
What?
What do you think demure means?
Well, if I was thinking of the word demure, I'd think of somebody of being like quite nice and classy and...
Quiet.
So you don't think I am?
No.
Are
Definitely not.
Are you very
No.
mindful and very demure?
No.
You're not?
No.
What are you then? If you could describe yourself with three.
I'm straightforward.
Very straightforward.
And I wouldn't, if anyone asked me, I wouldn't tell them a lie.
Very no nonsense.
Right.
Yeah?
Everyone who's my friend knows what I'm like.
And they know what you think of them, more importantly.
And I help anyone who needs help.
Yes. Oh, that's nice.
That's all.
But anyways, that's not the word of the week anyways. So the word of the week we are giving you this week is Delulu. What do you think Delulu?
Delulu. Well, we're at Delulu.
Sounds nicer when you see it.
Disillusion.
Well, yes. Yes.
Well, why have
Well,
you...
no, not disillusion, but delusional.
I know, but why change the word that... Yeah, delusional.
So if you were like having a...
Well, why have you changed it to Delulu?
Why do you say it? You say it.
Delulu.
Delulu.
Have you ever heard? Honestly, I give up.
No, but if you were going to say, oh, God, she's Delulu. If she's like thinking she's going to get married to this man, he's treating her like rubbish. Oh, she's Delulu. She thinks that's going to work. Do you know what I mean?
Just
So you can use that, and you can use that next week at the coffee morning.
Well, I forgot about it then. I'm sticking to the plain English.
All right. Okay. Right. We're going to play the game of three.
Right.
So I'm going to give you 3 words, 10 seconds. Right? These are a little bit easier, actually, because I think we'll have tested you the last few weeks. So, 10 seconds to give me 3 words you don't like. Go.
Frosty. Snow. And windy weather.
What? Well, no, 3 words you don't like.
3 words.
Well, we'll have them. Frosty, snow, and windy weather.
Windy weather. Wind.
Right, so 3 things you don't like. That's 3 things you don't like.
3 words. Well, that's a daft question.
Well, no, like it could be swear words or something like that's what I meant, but you
I
wouldn't say them. Yeah.
Said swear words.
Right.
All swear words I don't like.
Right, so she doesn't like any of them words. So frosty, snow, and windy weather. Right. 10 seconds to give me 3 words you've learnt in the words of the week. Go.
I forgot them all.
Even the one I've just give you.
Oh, yes, Lulu. Delulu.
Right, no more that you remember.
No more. That's what it happens when you get to 90.
Shuggeth, brat coded,
No.
Delulu.
I'll have to think about it.
No,
I'll get into bed tonight and say, oh, yes, that's what it meant.
Bussin. Remember that one? Bussin.
No, I don't remember any, Joe.
Right, okay. Last but not least, 3 items you would take on tour with me. Go.
On tour, where I'm going to wear
Yes, I will take.
tracksuits, comfortable shoes and the
The what?
the merchandise. I was going to say the material.
Well, you mean the merchandise.
merchandise.
Well, it is the material, really, isn't it? Well, God, what an eventful... That's it. It's almost time for us. I mean, we've really covered some topics there, but we'll be back again next week. Have you got anything planned this week? Are you doing anything nice?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think about
We've
that.
got a few shows here on tour.
Oh, yes, but that's just work. I might have dates for all you know.
Oh. Well, we want to say a big thank you to everyone that's listened to the podcast. And if you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And also you can come and see us live on the 19th of January at South Shields Football Club. Tickets are online at joemckeldryofficial.com. So make sure you come and get them. That's going to be brilliant. And remember as well, you can follow us on social media if you haven't already. On TikTok and Instagram at That's Ridiculous Official. And you can directly message us, including questions or dilemmas that you have for Grandma Hilda. But before we go, it's the most important part of the show. It's your words of wisdom.
Oh.
What would you like to inflict on the world this week?
If your grandson asks you to go on a podcast or podcast, whichever it is, don't go or you'll end up like me. That's me word.
Well, cheers to that. Cheers to that. Give us a cheers. You haven't even had a sip of that, actually.
I'll
Cheers.
drink it later. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks so much for listening again. This was a Mixtape production. Our amazing sponsors are South Shields Football Club and Coleman's Seafood Temple, with video and sound from Wycombe 89. I hope you have a great day and a week wherever you are, and we will see you next Wednesday with a brand new episode. But until then, 1, 2, 3, cheerio now.
The poor folk having to listen to that.